The Nigerian nation in real who are well equipped to make high quality contributions in the national policy making environment and are grateful to all who have made them members of the National Institute.